Hello, we're going to tie a number 16 winged wet fly. This is going to be brown and done. This is a number 16 nymph hook in the vise. Uni-thread camel color. Our tail and the hackle is going to be using India hen. Now this is the brown, rusty brown color. It comes on skins like this. They're not the genetic American grown, they're imported, but they're very soft feathers. They're actually what the traditional wet fly tyers like Licensing and Heidi, they use these kind of feathers. This is hen neck actually. It's almost as webby as the saddles. You can see the fibers start small here at the tip and they grow larger towards the base. Also you can see in the genetic hen you're going to have really thin stems the whole way down, but as you can see in this, the stem gets heavier and heavier towards the back of the stem, towards the base of it. So with these, oftentimes I'll tie it in by the tip and get the smaller fibers as well as the smaller, thinner stem to begin with, and it makes it easier for wrapping. So for the tail, I'm going to use the base fibers because we're not going to use all this feather anyway. So we'll use the base fibers for our tail. I strip off some of the feather there so I can choose what I need here. Some people like to tie very sparse wet flies. I like to tie a medium to maybe heavier hackle because I like all the action I get out of the feather in the water. Alright, for the body I'm going to go with some hairline ginger rabbit dubbing, and then also some seal brown hairline rabbit dubbing. And I'm going to use a dubbing loop here. So I like to use one loop usually for my bodies. You can make two, one for the thorax, one for the abdomen, but after a while you'll kind of get to know how much of each you can use, and then you'll be able to just make one loop and incorporate the abdomen and the thorax in it. It also makes a smoother transition between the two as far as color transition goes. Spinning it to get the desired effect. So this one's going to be pretty shaggy. Alright. So all this buggy fibers, it's good, but it's a little too much. Okay, now for the wing, we're going with a whiting done hen cape feather. And now we'll go back to the rest of the India hen. Strip off all the fibers you don't want to use on it. So I can wrap all these and still have a good length of fibers if I want. The tie-in goes like this, hook on the hackle pliers. Get a little bit of the stem. Clip that off. We're going to tie that in. And then I apply the head cement directly to the thread. Let's mention something about finishing off a head on these. You want to make sure your thread isn't twisted. If it is, you'll often get the unwinding of it after you finish the head on it. So you want to make sure it's very straight and there's no twist in it. If there is twist, just untwist it in the opposite way. So there we have our finished winged wet fly. We have really soft hen on this and a very buggy body, and this fly is going to have a lot of action in the water.